Hello, Facebook world. How's everybody doing? And
Facebook,
Twitter, and Instagram,
Twitter,
and YouTube. Sattery YouTube. It's Sattery. All of it. It's Sattery. Sattery.
Le document.
Last podcast on the left was talking about how often their stuff gets taken down too.
Yeah.
Because they talk about stuff, and last time Ben Kissel was like, if you have the captions on, put them on italic. I don't even know if that helps or not. But they were like, it's satire, it's satire. We're a comedy podcast, for fuck's sake.
Fucking Sattery. Can you not understand what satire is?
No, algorithms can't.
Nor can the old Book of Faces. They cannot understand it either.
Yeah.
Brother's still a shit better.
Yeah. The Book of Faces.
I really feel very unprepared for this show.
Well, and hey, we're going to come in with a live intro. I'm going to try to do my best, producer Mel and Bill Riley, and I'm going to do it live.
Do it live.
Yeah. I see you there taking the...
Oh, it's poised.
And it's poised. Good. Well, I mean, my fate lies in your hands, which, of course, I will mention during the show here as well. So, we ready? I'm apparently not, because I would have coughed like crazy.
It's contagious, apparently.
All right. We ready to do this, kids?
Yeah, I
Yep.
just realized I haven't gone into the chat rooms to tell everybody, hey, producer Mel is here monitoring the chats. Do you want chat stuff if people chat?
Yes.
Sure.
we need filler.
Yeah. You all don't. Once we get going, especially we're gonna talk to Brett as well.
Yep.
Like we always go, oh yeah, it'll be a hard 15 minutes. 30 minutes later, we're still fucking talking. Like you know how that shit goes.
Yeah.
We definitely got to reach out to Ben sometime. I think in July we need to do a Ben show. Definitely a Ben show.
Ben, our friend Ben?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. We got to catch up on how the Aki grounds are doing.
that's right.
All right.
Did you see and we're not really going to talk about it, the National League playoffs? Grimsby beat whoever they beat 5-4.
It was Wrexham.
Oh, it was Wrexham.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
Wrexham, hardly know him.
Yeah. It was.
I told him I'm so glad Wrexham did not get promoted because
Ryan
I
Reynolds.
can't be mature about it at all.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney's team.
Oh, that's their team.
That's their
Yeah.
team. Yeah.
But they lost to
remember that we
Grimsby Town 5-4. 7-headed goals out of the 9.
You know they've got a TV show
Mm-hmm. But we are
about
Wrexham.
two guys that bought a team.
Yep, that's on Hulu. FX on Hulu, and also they lost the week before 1-0 in the essentially what is the National League Cup final.
Yeah,
They lost at Wembley twice in 2 weeks.
we're not ready for that narrative of Ryan Reynolds owning a Premier League team.
And Rob too. I mean, Rob's done well for himself. I mean, he is the primary creator of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He deserves some fucking recognition. Man has a show that's been on for fucking 15 seasons.
Would he be anything without Charlie Day and Danny DeVito and Glenn?
Well, remember he
And Glenn.
Glenn Howerton.
And Sweet D.
Sweet D. Well, Sweet D's his wife, so she had to come along for the ride. And remember, DeVito wasn't added till the 3rd season.
That's because they needed the ratings.
Mm-hmm. And remember, when you add DeVito, everybody in the cast has to blow him. Go look up that video. It's a video for that where they're like, yeah, it's the two of them are talking, and it's like, yeah, Dave, it's your time. Yeah, go see DeVito. I'm like, yeah, it's your turn to blow him. Go blow DeVito. I did it. It's your turn to go do it. Go blow DeVito.
That's funny.
Fred Savage in the corner.
And that's where we had the bit for Geckel to get behind the curtain on that one, where Geckel was sitting behind us in our video eating the popcorn.
Yes.
That was Fred Savage is in the trailer. And Charlie Day walks in. And he's like, yeah. And DeVito's like, yeah, it's time for you to blow me. And Rhea Perlman's there, and she's like, stop being a bitch. Shut up and blow my husband, for Christ's sake, right? And he looks at her, he's like, Fred Savage, what are you doing here? He's like, I'm just here to watch. Shut up and do your job.
That's funny.
You guys ready to start a show?
I'm ready. I've been ready to start a show.
We are ready to start a show. Let's do this. I'm excited doing a live read-in.
You're going to fuck it up.
I am. Hi, Big Sam, Everton supporter here. And as Jose always says,
didn't bring to the game not just the basics of football, I believe the basics of life.
unless you win the McRib Cup, and then you have definitely won at life. You are listening to the DU Football Show.
Hey, guys.
I didn't fuck that up. Did I fuck that up?
No.
Did you fuck that up?
No.
I know who fucked it up. Let's start this show.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston.
Sam Houston?
Arsenal fans have another Sam. AKA the fucking Gooner Graham. Stump of a lord. Look straight in shorts. Sam Graham, hey.
Sam Graham.
Fucking United! Fucking United!
Hello and welcome to the Drunkard United Football Show, a completely biased, recap of our really shitty predictions, as told by two common American schmucks. I am your host, Sam Houston, and across the way from me, the man with the fluffiest of hair, Mr. Samuel Graham. Sammy, how you doing?
Not too bad, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I call this the Drunkard United Football Show. Well, shout out to the old days, not DU.
Right.
I fucked that up at the beginning. So there you go, Mel. You're not the only one who fucked up. Good job.
I have yet to fuck up still, remaining the only perfect one here, as usual.
That's a dramatic pause.
Actually, speaking of dramatic pauses, I know what to fill with that.
I am at the mercy of one Mr. Graham because I lost the betting segment this year. I am required to do 4 shots of Malort during this show. Whenever Mr. Graham deems it necessary, and Mr. Graham has deemed it necessary to do right fucking now.
Oh, might as well start off with a bang. Oh, that's the first of many. Got him.
We're recording at the DU Public House just outside the nation's capital. You can check us out on all podcast platforms. Please be sure to rate, subscribe, review, and share with a footballing friend. Should you want to chat with us, there's many ways that you can. Mr. Graham, tell the good people how they can get in touch as the bile is coming up through my throat.
Hit you back again. It is at DU Football Show on all the social medias and dufootballshow@gmail.com to get in touch via email. DM us. We check our DMs on Insta, on Twitter, on Facebook. We do all that stuff. So
especially with Graham on Insta, just say, you up?
Yeah, definitely do that. It's only if you like gaping. Or for me to gape, rather. Kidding.
DU After Dark, already starting.
Kidding. It's the end of the season, man. The teacher's gone. The fucking... Okay.
They wheeled in the little TV. They put in the VHS cassette tape
Exactly
of a movie,
right.
And we're all just on cruise control
That's
now.
it. Everybody brought a straw back from lunch, and the spitballs are gonna fly. Okay. Or spit roast. You get in touch any of those kind of ways, of course, and we do check all that stuff. There's also a closed Facebook group, which is where most of the banter happens. That is Drunkard United FC on Facebook, which tends to be a lot of fun.
Which was fucking
On fire
this weekend.
Yeah, it was on fire this weekend.
Give it up to
was
Taylor.
great.
As we have been jokingly calling the Europa Conference League tournament the McRib Cup, right?
Yeah.
What did Taylor throw out there?
The old McDouble for Liverpool of just the FA Cup and League Cup.
He called me very excited right after the match was over. He's like, "Can I call it the McDouble? Can I call it the McDouble?" I was like, and I lifted up my ball sack and looked underneath. And I said, "Why, yes, Taylor, you can." As I speak to him naturally because that's where he lives, under my tain, right?
Right? Yeah. No, of course. Mel, how many people are watching the live video right now? No, good. Perfect.
A big whopping 0. Well, normally they're used to us being on a touch
A
later,
little bit
so
later, yeah.
Not at the end of the
A little bit later.
Another great one, just the subtlest of jabs. And in a moment, I would like to say, Brody was better than Geckel.
Uh-oh.
Your little post about me schlobbing on the knob of Don Carlo, and we're going down.
Oh, yeah, that was perfect.
Talking about love him and leave him. And then he just throws the dagger. Remembers the stories. This is a good listener, and this is why I love this show, because you got this kind of a crew
Community,
that remembers things and just goes, oh no, this is coming from the guy who was the welcoming committee at a certain restaurant in Bowie back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm like, dagger! Oh my god, that was brilliant.
Those are the kind of personal confessions you hear on Injury Time.
Which you can find at patreon.com/DU Football Show.
I love
$5 a
whores.
month, really easy.
You know,
I love whores. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I did.
I've been used to
So did
normally-
I. Funny.
I've been so used to being on
Just
the board
kidding.
here every once in a while that I was ready to throw it to you and forgot that she was there and was already throwing it to you. As I went, you're like, yeah, there you go. We are covering.
I'm just kidding. They were all lovely lasses.
Dramatic pause again. Sam and myself both work in the wine and spirit industry and both have a deep, passionate love for all things distilled spirits, even fucking my lord. So as the red-blooded Americans we are, we vow to have a drink in our hand throughout this show and every single show. Gin binge keeps a rolling. Mr. Graham, what are we drinking tonight?
The new Hendrix. This is Hendrix Neptunia. This is their most recent installment of the Cabinet of Curiosities. So they've been doing one a year. We've done the Orbium. We've done the Midsummer Solstice, which was the one in the kind of purple pinkish bottle. We did the next one, Lunar, which was all botanical. I sell this shit too.
Wasn't the Lunar
Was-
the Oberon was the big
Wormwood?
juniper.
No, that was wormwood and quinine.
Okay.
So even by itself, it had some tonic
Bitterness,
elements
yeah.
to it. Yeah.
There was one they did that was where they went, okay, we're going to do the exact opposite, and we're going to go juniper heavy. I remember they did one.
So that was
very
Amazonia, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that
it.
was the one that we got in the travel.
yeah, where they went, we're going to go juniper heavy.
That was not released in the.
The curiosities.
Well, that was not released in the general world. That was for travel market.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
Yeah. So this and that Lunar was botanicals that all bloomed at night. This is Neptunia. This is all botanicals that grow by or in the sea.
Oh, fun.
With this one. So there's a little bit of salinity to it, which I do enjoy. But it says Hendrix Neptunia is a limited release that captures the magic of the sea. In a gin. Oh. Master. Go ahead. Oh, fuck. We just got a visit from the old biggers.
Yeah, Biggie hit the
Big B.
Big B hit the old door there.
Master distiller Miss Leslie Gracie. Creation is as refreshing as her muse, the mighty waves that lash the Ayrshire coast. Infused with an exquisite blend of coastal botanicals and with a remarkable smooth citrus finish, it is sublime with tonic and a slice of cucumber, or perhaps you could do a Neptunia fizz, if you were wondering. That is 1 part Hendrix Neptunia, half part fresh lime, half part simple syrup, soda water, and 3 slices of cucumber. This one is 86.8 proof, so a little bit down from regular Hendrix's 88. But I think it's fucking delicious.
Typical $35.99 to $39.99.
You're so these line this extension stuff that they've been doing one a year is a little bit more expensive than
Okay.
regular, but they are available case one every day.
Okay.
So you're looking more along the lines of $39.99 to $43.99
Fair
kind of
enough.
range.
Fair enough. So I tried this on its own back when I was making the G&Ts, and it definitely had a big citrus element. You mix this with tonic, the quinine of the tonic completely goes away. I
Yep.
would swear, honestly, that I was drinking a citrus vodka and soda.
Yep.
That is really what it is. So soft,
fucking
and
delicious.
delicate. This is
So refreshing.
this is a gin I could get in trouble with
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
big
back
time.
porch. This bottle would be gone in no time.
Did I ever tell you about when I was doing a Hendrix tasting at Gourmet Wine and Spirits in Eldersburg? I was doing a Hendrix tasting. A guy came. This is when I was trying to win the trip to Scotland. Guy came in and I was like, "Hey, man, how you doing? You want to try some gin?" And he was like, "Oh man, I'm allergic." I was like, "What? Nobody's allergic to gin. Like, what are you talking about?" And he was like, "Yeah, man. Every time I drink gin, I break out in handcuffs." I was like, "That is one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life."
That is fantastic.
Said I'm using that.
That
if
is
that's all right.
fucking brilliant. Yeah, Mel, what do you think of the G&T?
I like it. I'm okay with that. It's fine.
So thank you for your insightfulness.
I wasn't expecting him to throw it to me. I was writing down.
Well, besides
stuff.
being Hills and Trees Mel and Ginger Mel, you're also known as G&T Mel.
Yeah, it all goes together. It's all versions of the same menagerie. I like it. The pine is, I mean, the juniper is definitely stronger in here, and I'm just messing up the live stream as I'm trying to put the camera back on us.
All right.
I'm checked out. It's a Monday holiday show. It's lovely. I'm gonna drink it and enjoy it. I have nothing of use to add, so I'm gonna go back to the mute button.
I didn't even have to ask her.
Do you
The
feel
hat's fucking
refreshed? Do you like the flavor that's going
yeah.
on in your mouth right now?
Absolutely.
Good. Have another shot of Malort.
There we go. Woo-hoo.
Have another shot of Malort, my friend.
I like how you did. I like how
You
you did that
got
one.
on mute to.
Shit. I'm checked out. Who fucked scheduled a holiday show?
We do this every year.
I know that. I forget every year.
Every Memorial Day Monday, we've done a fucking show.
Doesn't mean I like it.
Oh, no, correction. Last year, Memorial Day Monday, we did not do a show because Sunday we did the marathon of all the
Yes.
injury times.
Yeah, we did. That was a rough day.
Yeah.
By the end, that last injury time that went out for the summer was terrible.
Oh,
we
yeah.
were all so
the
just
co- the-
fucking
The
done.
make your own bar cocktail one. Well, it was great because I was starting to get like pretty loose, and I'm trying to go, and you're like, I've been here for 6 hours. I need to get home to my wife. Speed it up, you fucker. Speed it up.
That was so funny. I was just done talking for the day.
Yeah.
Like, I was just over it. We just constantly talked for 6 hours.
I don't remember that either.
And I was
horrible.
getting hammered, so I was like, let's talk more. Mr. Graham, what else should we always do?
Please remember to drink responsibly unless you're on your home turf and can stumble back to your own bed.
Yeah, because we've already had sampled some Beatbox, drinking a Pacifico,
Beatbox.
having a gin and tonic, and I've now also had 2 shots of Malort.
And it was hot today, so I hydrated with Coors Light.
Yep. Yeah. See, Mr. Graham, you forgot to cheers this
I
time,
didn't forget. I couldn't reach my glass.
Mr. Thing.
Mr. Thing. All right.
Yeah. Mr. Thing.
I don't think it works that way.
My gin and tonic's already half gone.
All right. This is what everybody's waiting for.
Yes, it is.
It's very important, especially, well, this has already been established through our betting segment. We know fuck all. We just,
Well, I finished in the positive. I made $147 this year,
okay. I was 20% on my bets.
but you still lost 13,000 or some shit.
No, I think it was 1,100 ultimately. Yeah. But what we do every single season is we write down our predictions, and then I seal it in an envelope. Mr. Graham, I don't believe did, but we put it away and we wait. We wait for the final week of the season. After that season has happened, we crack these open and we figure out exactly how wrong we were. Now, the other key thing is we write these right after the transfer window.
Mm-hmm.
So we are always
Usually there's 2 or 3 games that have happened, but the transfer window's closed and we know what squads look like and we have an idea, and that's why we do that.
and we are highly influenced by that window.
Oh, yeah.
Every single year because
Big time.
Because I know right off the jump I got number 1 very wrong, and if you looked back at that time of the year you would have gone, that was a sound pick, Mr. Houston. So, Mr. Graham, let's go ahead and get into these bad boys.
Yes. Let's do it.
Got the documents here. The documents.
There's fake news is everything else that's online right now.
Look. Self-locking bulletproof doors. That's all we need, Mr. Graham. All righty.
The meme that I saw that I thought was very poignant was, how do you want to arm teachers but you can't even give them the supplies they need to do their job in the first place? Makes total fucking sense. Anyway.
They'll arm them. They just got to pay for the gun themselves, and it's not tax deductible.
It's not tax deductible.
All right. There we go. We're going to be good now. We're going to be
Makes
good.
sense.
All right. Let's continue. Mel, looks like Mr. Brett's reaching out to us. Go ahead and talk to him real quick. The key things we do is we go 1 through 20. We pick a goal scorer, a dark horse, the first coach fired, the FA Cup winner, and the League Cup winner. So, Mr. Graham, we're going to start with number one, working our way down.
Yep.
Who did you think was going to win the league this year?
I picked Chelsea. I thought Lukaku was going to come in and be a fucking boss, and he's not.
Again, we were both highly influenced by the transfer window. I, too, picked Chelsea.
Yep. And obviously, it was Manchester City.
Yep, absolutely.
So it's a big old X there for me.
Yep. Next up, second place, I got Man City.
I had Liverpool. I did get this one
Okay.
correct.
Wow. Okay, so you had City finish in third then.
Well, I thought the disappointment of not getting Harry Kane and another season without a recognized center striker was going to hurt them. And
Very fair.
I thought both Liverpool and Chelsea strengthened in the right areas, and City might fall away a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was very wrong.
So you picked Liverpool. I picked City. Flip flop. I picked Liverpool in third. You
I
picked.
picked City, so I got that one wrong, obviously.
All right, fourth place. Who do you got?
Well, back to me, boys. And they failed twice in the last week of the season. I had Arsenal. Obviously, it was
so close.
Tottenham.
I had on paper what was a team that should have been competing for a title. I had Manchester United.
Nice.
They got Ronaldo. You were like, okay, there you go. Team's going to be great, right? They're like, the only thing that was stopping them from winning a title wasn't them. It was the fact that the other three teams ahead of them were just that fucking good.
Right.
But I figured 1 through 4 was going to be decided by 10 points.
Right.
And it was by
30.
1 at the top and then 19.
Yeah, that's the truth. So,
So I got the following correct,
okay.
which you're not going to be happy with.
No.
Fifth place, they were fourth place, but I picked Tottenham because I picked you to not have a St. Tottenham's Day.
Thanks.
So who do you have in fifth?
I had Manchester United in fifth. Obviously, with the Mason Greenwood situation, with some of their additions, who, no surprise probably to most people, in injury time today, we're going to do our top 5 and top best and worst. Top 5 and bottom 5, I guess you'd call it, signings for the year. I have 2 United players in my worst.
I have one. I have one, but yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I could see. I already know who your other one is, and yeah, I would agree with that one too. Didn't even think of them, to be honest. In sixth place. Now, I will say this was an improvement for your team, and I had them getting to Europe. I had Arsenal in sixth.
Yeah, obviously Arsenal finished fifth, which made both of us wrong there. Sixth, I had Spurs because I backed us to have a St. Tottenham's Day.
Yeah, I was I knew I was bullish on the fact that you guys were going to be in Europe and you were going to be much improved.
Right.
Not necessarily improved in the way that, you know, the very rational human beings that are Arsenal supporters are, but I expected an improvement, which of course happened.
What was nice though with my fourth place pick, we had 2 opportunities to seal that.
Yeah,
in the last 3 games of the season, and we didn't.
Right.
But either way, fourth or fifth was an improvement on where we were.
All right, so we're going into our who finishes in seventh, and right now you've gotten how many right?
1.
Okay, good. You picked.
I had Liverpool in second. Yeah,
Liverpool
as
in
runners
second.
up. Yep.
Yep. I've got 0. So 1-0 to you. All right. In seventh, hopeful as always, I picked Everton.
Nice.
That was a wrong pick.
Probably the worst pick you could have had.
Wrong pick.
Out of everything, I had Wolves. Obviously, it was West Ham. Now this one, I'm obviously I can't take credit because I got it wrong, but I had the right thinking. I think because I had West Ham. West Ham actually finished in 7th. I had them in 9th. I thought their Europa League campaign was going to stretch them, and it did.
I have West Ham back a little bit too because of the exact same thought
Exactly.
process.
Yeah.
All right. So who do you have in 8th?
In 8th, I had Leicester City, and it was Leicester City.
Ding, 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 ding.
You did too?
Also Leicester City.
Hey.
Hey.
All right. There we go. That's as good as it's going to get. Both of us had it.
Yeah, pretty much. I have a feeling we're probably both going to get 19th and 20th right. Oh, no.
I got 18th and 20th right.
Okay, very good. 9th place. Also my dark horse, and no so dark horse.
So I had West Ham, as I said. It was actually Brighton, who was my dark horse.
All right. I had also team that was Clarendon Blue. Somebody's Villa who did not fucking finish in the top 10.
Who did not fuck.
Yeah. 10th place. I had West Ham. Same thought process. I
Yep.
thought Europe was going to extend them. Credit to them, though. Europe did extend them, but they're still in Europe.
Right. I had Brighton in 10th.
There you go. Very good.
Obviously wrong.
And I would give you credit when we get to Dark Horse. You'll get credit for Dark Horse because top 10 finish is good for them.
Well, it's the best finish in their history.
Yeah, absolutely. That counts. 11th place. I had Leeds.
I had you.
Ah,
Also giving you way too much credit.
yeah, way too much credit.
But I also didn't think Rafa was going to get fired so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Arguably could have been fired quicker than that. Should have been quicker than that. But I thought you would just be boring. You'd just be a defensive, solid unit.
Right.
Injuries fucked you, obviously,
Yeah,
and then he
Rafa.
got fired. Yeah. So, but it's wrong. Doesn't
All
matter.
right, 12th place. Who do you got?
12th, I had Villa.
I have Crystal Palace.
Did you?
Uh-huh.
Ooh, you just evened it up.
Yes, I
Because
did.
it was, in fact, Crystal Palace.
Very good. 13th. I had said a really good team was going to finish in 13th. I thought all along that really good team that was going to finish in 13th was Wolverhampton.
I had Southampton, which was wrong.
Yeah, very wrong.
Because it was actually Brentford.
Yep.
Well done to the Bees.
Already in 14th place.
I had Leeds,
I had Brighton.
and it was fucking Villa.
Yep. Fucking Villa.
Screwed us again,
Do better, Villa.
right?
All right. So moving on to 15th place.
Was actually Southampton. I had Palace.
I had Brentford. I knew Palace was going to be better. I knew Palace was going
Yeah.
to be better. I really, with Vieira and the
I
youth,
was-
and it was a lot of youth.
Right.
That, in fact, you know what? Give Brad, now in Narnia, credit. He swayed me. When we did the 20 for 20 show, his positivity about going younger, bringing in the right people, bringing in the right pieces. Like, I really listened to him carefully, where you listened to him and went, I hate you, so I'm going to fuck with you. I actually listened to what he had to say. And when I listened to it, I went, you know what? You're right. You're going to be better this year.
But so I was nervous about the youth.
Yeah.
And so much of that team had changed, right? In general, I didn't know if he was going to be able to put it together fast enough. Turns out he did. And well done to them. I mean, they were excellent this season.
Yeah. The only thing that hurts them going into next year, nobody's fooled.
Right.
Everybody knows what
You're going to need another trick.
All right. 16th place. Who do you have?
In 16th, I had Brentford. I thought they were going to stay up, but,
Yeah. Likewise.
I
I
just
thought
thought
they were
they-
going to.
yeah.
Someone always stays up, and I thought the team that was going to stay up was Brentford. I was right there with you. So
obviously it was Everton that finished in 16th.
Yep, I had Newcastle. I figured they were going to barely survive.
Yeah, we'll come on to them shortly. We're getting there.
17th, who did you have?
This is the annoying part. I had Watford.
You had Watford. Oh, you thought two teams were staying up.
Yep.
It's always one, man.
I thought it
Two
was
go
Well, a
down,
couple
one
years ago,
stays
was,
up.
2 years ago or 3 years ago, it was all three
Yeah.
stayed up.
Oh, that's right. But normally, most times,
You're right. It's only one.
one.
Yeah, but I thought Watford were going to come back and stay again. They had made some good additions. I liked Emmanuel Dennis, and he played very well this season. But the back was 6s and 7s. I mean, they were horrible defensively.
17th, I thought the third of the Clarendon Blue sides was going to survive. I figured out they'd figure out just a way to stay up. And I had Burnley.
Obviously, 17th was Leeds, who stayed up on the final day of the season.
18th, who do you got?
Now, this is where Sam looks like a genius.
Mhm.
I had Burnley.
You had Burnley.
Yes,
Good
I did.
on you. I had Southampton.
Ooh.
I thought it was all going to tragically fall apart. And other than
To some
them,
extent, it did.
they went up. I mean, they started shitty, then they went up, and then they went really down. And then when they had to, they figured it out. But if in that little stretch, a big game for them, honestly, was them beating Everton. Because if they didn't beat Everton when they did beat Everton, they would have found themselves right in the fucking thick of it. And let's face it, they finished the end of that this season was fucking dreadful. Absolutely dreadful.
Right.
All right, so you're now up 3-2, right?
3-2 right now. Yep.
19th place.
Now this is where I look like a jackass.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, it was Watford. I had Newcastle.
Watford.
Now this Newcastle would have been in 19th. Had and with the best information we had, no Saudi takeover was going to happen.
Right. If
Which
Saudi
means-
Saudi takeover happens,
Newcastle's a championship club right now.
right. Oh, absolutely.
If that did not happen,
If we asked
yeah.
Keith and Alan that, both of them would be like, "Oh yeah, we'd be in the championship because we saw."
yeah, 100%. So that's a little annoying, but obviously good on them. One of the best runs I've ever seen because they were in the relegation zone when Eddie Howe took over, and finished in what 11th was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
don't.
what a fantastic run they had.
Is manager of the year confirmed? I heard it was Klopp.
I think so.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
a guy who came in second place didn't win the quadruple and only won 2 league cups on shootouts. And I'm sorry, it's Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe's the best.
Well, it
fucking
has
manager.
to be. I mean, they
That's
finished
the manager of the year. That is
listen,
the manager of the year.
Think of all the points they picked up, right? So they picked up a boatload of points. They had 13 wins, 10 draws, 15 losses, right? In over the entire season, minus 18 goal differential.
Mm-hmm.
But like 11 of those 13 wins happened under Eddie Howe from January on.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to think, you got to say. Remember his first 4 games prior to the new year were crap. So, I mean, that's how bad they were
Mm-hmm.
and how good they were, the yin and yang of this season for them. And they still finished with a minus 18 goal difference. It just shows you how piss poor Steve Bruce actually was.
Keith had sent us a question in the middle of the season and had said, hey, what would you guys think if Howe kept them up? Would he be viable for manager of the year? And both of us agreed at that moment.
Absolutely.
Unequivocally, yes.
He should be.
My opinion does not waver. The manager of the year, you either give it to Pep for winning the fucking league, or you give it to him, and then third place goes to fucking Graham Potter for
Their
getting
best season
their
ever.
best season.
Yeah.
Like, and then fourth would be Vieira. Like,
I do understand why you give it to Klopp.
Klopp's
because
not even in my top 5.
No, but I understand why, because the quadruple challenge has never been sustained for that long.
Right. Fair
There
enough.
was the last day of the season in the Champions League final. So literally 2 games left, and they still had a chance at 4 trophies.
That's a very fair
Which
argument.
is, I mean, I really wanted the Champions League final to go to extra time because they literally played every game that was available to them the whole season. But remember, both the FA Cup and League Cup went to extra time and pens. So I really wanted this one to do that, and they would have played every minute that was available to them, which would have been really fucking cool. Just like how long that was. I mean, Salah, I think, had 52 appearances this season or some shit.
And
Fucking crazy.
mentioning Salah, and then we'll get to our number 20 team, which we both. Well, let's go ahead and get that out of
Just
the way.
get it over with?
because it's
Norwich.
not even worth talking about Norwich. Yes,
Yeah, we both got it right. So we're 4-4.
4-4.
That might be our best return ever. I
It's
think.
3-2 was our best one to date. 3-2. That's our best. So we're already out shooting our coverage. Well done. Also being said, the guy who leads the league in goals and assists isn't nominated for player of the season. I'm an Everton guy, and I hate Liverpool, but fuck off. Mo Salah's the fucking player of the season.
De Bruyne was excellent.
He was excellent. He led the league in goals, and he led the league in assists.
I hear you.
When you talk, like, if you're talking fucking numbers, right? Like, it's not debatable.
Yeah, but that's why I love soccer so much. That's why football is the best sport on the planet, because it's not just about the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
The hockey assist, as we like to call it, is super important.
Yep.
Without that pass, the person who receives the ball is not in a position to make the assist.
True.
Or without the pass, the person
true.
that's scoring the goal isn't able to score the goal.
But to not even be nominated.
Right.
He wasn't even
Well, yeah,
nominated.
that's a
how
bit
do you
rich.
not even nominate?
That's a bit rich.
Like, he leads the league in 2 categories, the 2 offensive categories, the 2 that directly lead to goals. He's not nominated.
Yeah, that's strange.
It's like
That really is
it's like,
strange.
you know what? Baseball MVP. You know what? You led the league in homers and RBIs. You're not even being considered.
Right, yeah.
like the
That, I mean,
fuck?
that is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. All right. So let's get to goal scorer. Who do you have?
All right, so I had Romelu Lukaku.
Well, you know what?
9 goals, I think.
Influenced by the by the signing,
Yep.
and both of us thought they were going to be the top team, and he was going to be the top goal scorer. And I
Yep.
think that's a very fair shout. I hate myself that I wrote this down, and I hate myself even more for getting it right. Mo Salah.
And it was obviously shared between Mo Salah and Heung-min Son.
And nobody picked him.
So what I would say
Mm-hmm.
is you only get half a point.
No, I get a point. Thank you very much. All right. Dark horse. You're going to get this one right.
Brighton.
Brighton, absolutely. I picked Villa. No.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that's a no-go.
Villa had every chance to get to the top 10
Yep.
at some point, but they just did not. I told you before the show that I had said something else, but I'm looking at what I wrote. First coach fired.
Let me see it. You're such a cunt. You spelled it wrong. Doesn't count. God damn it. It was, in fact, Cisco.
Yep.
Drew Hill got fired first. Oh, Mel, can we go out on Thon Song later?
Especially because of last week's conversation. How's that writing project coming along?
She got told that she couldn't do it.
Oh, no. I was
The
going to.
teacher pulled the list offline of famous people from Baltimore and didn't read it first. So 3 people got told they weren't allowed to
Fuck
they
off,
weren't
teacher.
they weren't allowed to do the people that they chose.
Do better.
Yeah.
Do better. Come on.
What are you gonna do?
You know what? We try to back you as much as humanly possible because you get a raw deal. But this one,
You're fucking up.
you fuck it up. You fuck it up.
Excuse me. That's funny.
Because I was actually going to ask you to bring that for an injury time and just read her report. Just,
He made the song about thongs.
it'd be great.
So first manager sacked. You wrote Cisco. It was
Yes.
in fact Cisco. I had Steve Bruce, and it wasn't far off,
No, not
be
far off.
completely
Not
honest.
far off at all.
but still wrong nonetheless. Excuse me. League Cup.
League Cup, I had Man City.
So did I.
Yep.
Obviously
Because
wrong.
they win them all the time.
Yep. That would have been 6 in a row had they done it.
And normally, remember, I always write down Everton for both. I didn't this time because I was like, I'm going to be logical. Everton's not winning the League Cup.
Right.
Got it wrong. Instead, it was the team that does not care about the League Cup
Yeah.
won the League Cup
Doesn't care about the domestic cups.
on penalties.
Yeah.
Who do you got for the FA Cup?
Now, at least it was a good game because it went which we love.
You're right.
The shootout went all the way to the goalkeepers, which is fantastic.
Pretty brilliant.
So I'll take that. The FA Cup, I wrote Arsenal because we love that fucking competition.
And you win it a lot.
We always take it very seriously.
And your manager could probably get the kids to pay attention to that and
Right.
really be in it.
And in a preview to next season, Forest took care of us at the City Ground, just like they will probably on the opening day of the season next year. And we lost 2-0.
Do I already know Mr. Graham's first bet of the season?
Oh, yeah. I'm betting against my voice.
As always, it's just wishful thinking. I put in Everton, and I will always put in Everton because eventually we're going to win a fucking trophy.
So you beat me 6-5.
One,
think.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I did. 6
6-5.
to 5. And we were at, I think we're at 5-4 on aggregate. So we're back to being even on aggregate because
Yeah.
you were up on me. So
Yeah.
5-4 on aggregate puts, actually, no 4 and 5 puts you at 9. We are at 9-9, my good man.
There we go. And that makes us 2-2 then.
Yep.
So we're even.
Yep.
We're going to the 5th season there next year. There we go.
You've won 2. I've won 2.
Yeah, so that's fun.
And we'll get it all wrong.
Hey, but we did have our best showing. 4 seasons of doing this, we're at 9-9, and respectfully, 6-5 this year.
Yeah.
So in 3 seasons collectively, it was 4-3.
Always growing, Mr. Graham. Always growing.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
After that piss poor display,
Oh, another one? Another shot of
it's time
Malorna.
to take numero 3.
All right. Well, before I take this, I was just going to say, I feel it's time for us to have a chat, have a conversation,
All right.
Little talky as it would be. Let me go ahead and do this shot real quick.
Yes, please.
Would you like to fill on what we do at the end of the season?
I just want people to fucking look at you
Okay.
right now. We like to say goodbye to the teams that have graced the Premier League fields with their presence this season, and we have somebody here to talk to us about that.
Well, two of the 3, we kind of
Don't really
expect
care
we kind of expected them to go down. One of them universally goes down, and I'm sure we'll see them back up again because it's kind of what they do.
Yep, that's their whole business model.
But we had this gentleman on our 20 for 20 show when we finally had somebody representing the Mystery Club, Burnley. We have our good friend Brett on the phone. Brett, how you doing, brother?
I'm trying to get the audio in. I've got his video, but I can't see him, and nobody can hear me. So I'm working on it.
All right, no problem.
Everybody watching, we got Tim and a few people watching us do this live, but I don't know how to get him to hear us. But I can see him, so that's something.
Step in the right direction. That. Can he hear us?
No,
Oh, he can't hear us
texting
either.
Him, so I'm going to call him right now on the Bluetooth, and then I'll switch the video over. Yes, Tim, thank you. I know you can hear me, but he can't hear us. But you know what? I appreciate you, dude.
I like the little pre-work listen, Mr. Olson. Well done.
Tim going, I can hear you. And then your video is frozen right now, Graham.
My video's been frozen for a while. I've seen that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on because I have a really good ping right now.
No, it was, and I've been refreshing your camera, and oh no, it just switched
I
from
just
you
saw it.
smiling
I just saw it
to
move. That's
down.
weird.
Oh yeah. It's a fabulous.
No, we can't FaceTime Brett because she was just trying to work you into the stream that we're doing. And unfortunately, I can't get him here
That's all
on
right.
the screen. We're good. We'll go phone call.
Hello.
Hey
All right.
there.
So we can see you. We just can't hear you.
Well, I can't see him because I don't have it in the
Oh, well,
split
I
screen.
can see him.
That's perfect. That's all that matters.
So
you are
the
managing
public
the
can
stream.
see you, but Graham and Sam can't see you, but we can hear you over the phone. So let's just do it.
Technology at its
So you want me to
best.
go to the phone? Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear
Oh,
you.
we can hear you
now
perfectly fine.
Yeah, on the phone though. Keep the phone open.
Yeah, I'll keep it.
I'll do it live, said no producer ever. All right, go ahead and talk.
All right, let's do this. Brett, I would say there is a bit of sadness in my heart to see you go, but considering that my club was right there with you, better you than me. What happened? Kind of give me a thought process of you as a supporter, particularly considering right after you beat Everton, you beat us 3-2. You had to start to begin to feel pretty good, right?
We did, but I think it's the case of too little, too late, and Dyche, rest his soul, as our manager. He said there were so many games where it was just fine margins. Well, I forget how many leads we blew, whether it be Brighton or Southampton. Just over and over, we would blow leads throughout the whole course of the season. And if you go back to last season too, I think Dyche won like 13 games out of the last 64. That doesn't work.
Right. Now, do you think that the firing of Dyche...
Hold on, we're having a hard
Okay.
time hearing him. This is why people watch the live stream, is for shit like this.
Heard.
Are you coming through your speaker or is it coming through your earbuds?
My earbuds. I'll take them out and. We'll go.
Okay. Yeah, we're having a hard time hearing you.
Can you hear me now?
Is that better?
Much better. Much
Perfect. Can you repeat that last thing you said?
better. Let's actually, Mel, can you edit from here? We'll start from.
yeah.
Okay.
Only people seeing it live are seeing all this shit.
Perfect. Good. Seeing how much we're screwing it up.
Go.
Even better. All right.
Well.
So I'm going to start from scratch. All right. Ready?
All right, start at the beginning.
Thanks.
Yeah, very good.
I'd have to say I hate to see you go, but considering my squad was also right in the hunt of going down, it had to be somebody, and better you than me. We have Brett with us from Burnley. Buddy, what the hell happened? I mean, I got to figure you saw that win against Everton at 3-2, and you had to start to feel a little confident, right?
Oh no, the fireworks were going off. That people were going wild. Turf. I'm surprised there wasn't a pitch invasion then, and we could talk about that. But it seemed like everything was on the up and up. And I have to say, I really, really, really wish Everton went down. I think it would. I think it would have destroyed the whole too big to go down mentality. Yeah, but I would have actually rather Leeds gone down than either of us, to be completely. But what went wrong? I mean, losing to Norwich the next week, and Dyche up until that point had 13 wins in 64 games between the past two seasons, and that's like not enough. It's not. Fine margins is what he would repeat over and over, and we were always on the wrong side of those fine margins. We go 2 up against Brighton and then lose 3-2, right?
Mm-hmm.
We go up against Southampton. We concede every time, fine margins, and we're always on the wrong side of them. Yeah. And a lack of investment, I think, over the years too.
Yeah, I mean, but finally in January you did invest. You got in Weghorst. Obviously, before the season was Cornet.
Yep.
But it seemed as though, I mean, it was quite obvious that Sean Dyche didn't know how to use them properly and wouldn't allow them to play, wouldn't allow them to try to play the football that at least some of your team is capable of doing. And I said it when it happened, but Sean Dyche getting fired smacked of, well, they've thrown the towel in. This is it. Because if your back's against the wall, I couldn't think of a better person to be in charge. It used to be Big Sam.
Right.
Now it's Sean Dyche, right? I mean, when your back's against the wall and you need to grind out a 1-0 win, that's the manager you look at. Used to be Tony Pulis. Used to be Big Sam. Used to, these kind of managers. But so I was surprised. It looked like your ownership was throwing the towel in. We're going down. That's it. But Ben Mee, the combination of Mike Jackson and Ben Mee were excellent. They took the shackles off. They allowed Burnley to play and gave them a fighting chance of staying up. So what was it with these signings, I guess is my question, that Sean Dyche couldn't utilize properly?
I think you hit the nail on the head. When you ask questions of like why Weghorst wasn't performing, Cornet, he was literally placed all over the pitch. He's never really played as a number 9. He's being put in as a number 9 because he can score goals, but he's not your traditional number 9 like Chris Wood and things like that. And that's a whole nother thing, that whole sale. But Weghorst scored 99% of his goals in the Bundesliga. Number 2, only behind Lewandowski, right? So this guy can cook.
Right.
Where were all of his shots from? Within like 9 yards, 6 yards out, right? And they were all out of seat. He doesn't head the ball into the net, right? But that's Dyche. And it's kind of dinosaur football. Cornet, beautiful, beautiful pieces of skill, right? Buendia took him down, Aston Villa, right? Buendia took him down with a little flick touch. I think Cornet would have gotten taken off if Dyche was still coaching him. Why are you doing that fancy stuff in the box? Get it back out so they can win again.
Right.
So I think it's a rigidness. I don't think he used players from the continent often. I don't think he used flair players. That's why you have like a person like Matej Vidra, who was like one of the most brilliant championship strikers ever. We bought for like 15 million quid. Did barely anything in the Prem. Why? Because he's not a target. He's not a target guy like Barnes and Woodward.
Right.
Yeah, so it's rigidness. It's complete rigidness. And if you listen to the entire team after Dyche was sacked, what were their words over and over and over? We're playing with freedom.
Yeah.
And the freedom came a little too late.
Absolutely. I mean, that was evident to see. Where I knew it was really going wrong wasn't, all of the bad results, those fine margins you found yourself on the other side of the coin for the first time in the last 5-6 years. When I knew it was going bad is when everybody pointed to Sean Dyche walking outside in the snow with no goddamn coat on. That's when I knew. It was taking a turn for the worse in Burnley.
Fucking brilliant.
Man, his nipples had to be hard enough that they could have cut windows.
So here's kind of a question now where you stand, because obviously you're going down. That's the facts. But this is a team that a lot of the players are running out of contract. They were obviously not particularly happy with Dyche. How many people re-sign contracts? Who do you lose? I mean, I know Max Cornet's on a, 17.5 buyout? And if you're anybody not in the top 6, you would be an idiot not to spend that money. And I can think of anybody past Tottenham. Why wouldn't they want him? Why wouldn't West Ham want him? Why wouldn't Everton want him? Why wouldn't Leeds want? Why wouldn't anybody want this guy?
Even Arsenal and Tottenham themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at who now behind Kulusevski.
Yeah.
At Tottenham, they really have Lucas Moura.
Yeah.
He's getting a little old, isn't he? I mean, who wouldn't want Max Cornet coming off the bench?
I mean,
that'd be great. Nicola Pepe is rumored to be moving on. Who's the backup for Bukayo Saka now?
That price is cheap.
You know what I mean?
Really
right? So
cheap.
I wouldn't mind Max Cornet coming off the bench to if Saka gets hurt or we need a change.
So to direct a question more towards you in this regards, and I'll let you run with it, Brett, is who do you think you're going to keep? Who do you think you're going to lose? And what do you think this ultimately equals big picture as you go down? Because there's some teams you look at and you go, they're coming right back up. And while I like the addition of new ownership, I tend to worry that there just might not be enough pieces there to put together a cohesive unit to come right back up.
I'm pretty positive we're going to lose Cornet. Like you said, you have to be just cuckoo bananas not to take him. He's a Champions League level player. Showed that at Lyon, scoring against Man City and beating them. I mean, he's absolutely class. Weghorst today was linked to Fenerbahce in Turkey, and that's looking like that could go through. I could see a lot. Tarkowski's gone, clearly. It's going to be almost a complete and utter rebuild. The one person I'm hoping we keep, but we probably won't, is Nick Pope. I think as a player, that's one player that's kept us in games, even when we've just been terrible. I mean, Jurgen Klopp, every time we play Liverpool, will just remark about Nick Pope. I don't know how he does it, but that's it. Nick Pope played Liverpool. So, but I could see him going. I could see Tottenham picking him up. I could see tons of folks, different folks picking him up.
I'll tell you where he's going to go. He's going to end up in Southampton.
You think Southampton?
Tottenham have already signed Fraser Forrester as a backup for Hugo Lloris.
Oh, there you go.
And with the injury problems of McCarthy, they're going to need somebody they can rely on and to push McCarthy as well. Yeah. And who better than Nick Pope to do it? Because you look at the top 7, 8, 9 clubs, goalkeeping situation sorted.
Yeah.
Sa,
Yeah.
Lloris. I mean, everybody's got a good goalkeeper right now in the top echelon of the Premier League.
Yeah.
So I could see him ending
England's number 1 is on the 17th place team.
exactly.
I'm sorry, 16th place team.
Yeah, and Nick
And
Pope's
nobody needs to sign him.
Nick Pope's going to want to play. He's not going to sit behind people.
Yeah.
Southampton don't exactly play with their feet out from the back. So
That's true.
who better?
Yeah.
I mean, McCarthy's already shown that he can't stay fit an entire season.
And another name worth mentioning to be fearful of leaving is a guy like Dwight McNeil.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, thought about that too. He led our team in chances created. He literally was the most creative player on our team. If you look through XG and expected assists and things like that, pretty scary. The only thing I'm hoping for is he had a abysmal season. Dwight McNeil, 0 goals, 0 assists, maybe 1 assist throughout the whole season. For your most creative player, I'm hoping that puts people off. He had a rough year, and I think he would cook in the championship. Here's what I'm hopeful for. Yeah, we have new ownership. God bless America. Let's go. Mormon, Yankees. Yeah, all that. I'm here for it. That's what Twitter is full of, hating on the Yanks. But here's why I'm hopeful. Why I'm hopeful is it looks like we have all but confirmed Vincent Kompany. They say the only thing left is sorting out work visa since it's post-Brexit. So Vincent Kompany's got some serious pull power in terms of star, status.
Mm-hmm.
You look at Frank Lampard at Everton, right? People want to play for Frank Lampard, even if he's a terrible coach.
Not wrong.
Let me just, he's not good, and here's why. Rafa, in the beginning of the season, had them where? 16th. Lampard finished the season where?
16.
16th.
Yeah,
beautiful.
we don't talk about Rafa around here, okay? That was
Agent
seriously Saturday here, a deep state ploy to make sure that Everton went down. Is why they brought in Rafa.
I've been wanting to talk about Rafa. You won't let me. 'Cause you're a fucking government censor.
Yeah.
We don't
But
talk about Rafa.
Heard Bruno.
I really think we have a shot. Kompany has a name. I think Nathan Collins sticks around. I think Nathan Collins is the diamond in the rough that
He had
could
a decent season. He
Yeah,
had
he
a
did.
really decent
He
season.
did.
very good. He was very, very good. I think he was named in the U21 team of the season in all of Europe.
Nice.
He's nuts, absolutely nuts. A rock at the back and absolutely bawling his eyes out when we went down. So I think he stays around because he doesn't have a release clause.
Mhm.
I'm really excited for Connor Roberts to stay around. I think he's the Welsh Cafu. And, I think we can build off a base. I think Ben Mee re-signed, J-Rod re-signed, and I think J-Rod would be great in the championship. I think he's kind of done at the Prem level. Jack Cork in midfield just signed an extension, so that's great. And Vidra is apparently coming back for another year after his ACL is fixed. So,
So there's some pieces, there's some hope there, and new ownership. Here's the key thing is that the new ownership, it wasn't just like, anybody took over and is not going to do anything. No, it's ownership that specifically bought this club with the purpose of growing this club, and not just being the same old, kind of hanging around, collecting the check. They want to make it a better club.
And you saw that with the signings of Cornet, with the signings of Weghorst. Also,
even-
you got away from the kind of Brexit mentality of the previous ownership.
Yeah, very true.
Where it
No,
was,
one of the board members is one of the founders of Real Salt Lake.
right.
Yep.
They literally built a football club. It bodes well.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, all right, perfect. Brett, anything you want to plug? Are there any Burnley meetups, Burnley ways to people to kind of get in touch, things like that?
All 6 of you can go to Brett's living room.
Hell yeah! My living room in a month. We'll do it there. Now, No scheduled meetups. We had an away in Baltimore. We were watching Norwich away, and that was great. I couldn't go, but I saw photos from it. North American Clarets, check it out. And find us on Twitter at Fade to Foot, and I'll connect you to all the Burnley spaces and the good things there. Oh, and I'll just drop this. If you're into fantasy, overthinking football, check it out. It's a little money ball and expected fantasy points for fantasy Premier League soccer.
Fabulous.
That's pretty cool.
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us, Brett. Appreciate it, brother.
You know what
Yes.
I think we should do for him?
What's that?
I think we should give him like 4 injury times for free,
Uh-huh.
so we can save his $5 to buy ESPN Plus, so we can watch his team next season.
Heard.
You get a month of ESPN Plus on us.
Very good. Again, Brett, thank you for taking the time, man. I appreciate it. I know it's not the funnest thing to talk about your sides, going down and stuff like that. I know I would have hated to have to sit here and reminisce about that today. So I appreciate you being a good sport and talking about the club.
Yeah, Cornet, the one that got away for sure, and what could have been. But yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, cheers. Bye.
Championship corner.
Sure money.
Championship corner.
Championship corner.
I've fallen and I can't get up. Oh no!
I'm going to claim that we tied 6-6 because I think I said that Nottingham Forest were coming up.
Well, I was bullish on Nottingham Forest winning as well. So thank you.
Damn it. Congratulations, not Forest. You're back. You are back in the Premier League after a over 20-year absence. Huddersfield, I think, could feel hard done.
Yeah, should have been 2 penalties in their favor. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely, positively, there should have been 2.
100%. John Moss in his final game fucked it big time.
And it's a championship game, so there's no VAR. So you look back at the replays, you're like, oh, that would have been a penalty.
No. There was VAR active.
Oh, there what? And
The second one wasn't even looked at. The first one was looked at and not overturned, which is absurd.
Yeah.
You know who wouldn't have got that wrong? Fucking Mike Dean. Okay? John Moss, I'm glad you're retiring, but Mike Dean should have been in charge to have one final game. The most expensive game in football needed to be officiated by the world's best referee, and just walking, talking highlight reel.
Yeah.
It's the only referee you could say that about. Dino should have had this game, and I think it's an oversight by the FA.
I do love the beauty of this game, right? The richest game in the world, everything around it. Typically, game shit.
Oh, yeah.
The game's almost always shit.
It's like cup finals, just in general. Cup finals are normally crap because you want to win the cup. So they're cagey and can't really get a rhythm going. And I mean, very rarely do you see like a 5-2 cup final, unless it's City and Watford. But I think that was 7-0 actually. But my point, like, you just don't get that because they're playing so conservatively.
Right. For any of you that are new to the show, we take June off, but when we come back in July, we actually do a getting to know you segment, and we do 3 different shows, and each one of those shows is spent with a supporter of the 3 teams that just got promoted.
Yes.
Fulham, I already know. I guess Jason and Brian have to have a fist fight to see who's going to do it. I was personally thinking we do a Zoom and have them both on.
I say we fucking find somebody in Fulham in the north. Personally.
Oh, well, Brian is in the north and Jason's in the south.
All right, let's go Fulham in the west.
Heard Fulham in the west. 5th.
Yeah. Phew.
But we need to. We're gonna go ahead and find ourselves a Bournemouth person, which has never proved to go well. But you know what? Last year we never thought we were going to find a Burnley person, and we found Brett.
Yep, that's true.
Definitely found Brett.
We fall ass backwards into a lot of great things.
Yep. And Nottingham Forest, I look forward to definitely having somebody, because there's an even bigger story about them this season, but I'd rather have a Nottingham Forest talk about it than us. Just, it's cool. They got there. They won it. They got promotion. But how that season started is a completely different thing.
Oh, yeah, big time.
And I would love...
I mean, they not odds on, but
Yeah.
they were like one of the favorites to be in the bottom half of the table, if not relegated.
Yeah, and I can't wait to listen to them, to listen to a fan talk about that. So, Mel, do we have any questions from the live feed tonight, other than Tim A talking about how poorly your
performance was?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Leave me alone, y'all.
Tim said, "I can hear you."
At least you won't. Tim says, at least you won't have to worry about Peacock. All your games will be on ESPN Plus.
Yeah, that's for Brett.
That's for Brett. Yeah.
Yeah, which, by the way, my ESPN Plus feed the entire time during the championship, reloading, spinning wheel the entire fucking
course.
time.
I mean, but if we really want to talk about Tim's honest feelings,
Uh-huh.
it was good riddance, Burnley, masquerading as a Premier League team for far too long.
Damn.
I
I was bored of them.
Yeah.
Burnley.
I'm
It got better when Sean Dice got fired.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you in that regards. No, I'm not at all.
It was, and honestly, I mean, I have no qualms really with Burnley Football Club. It was Sean Dyche.
Yeah.
It was boring. I was sick of it.
Yeah.
It was a cool story the season they went
Yeah,
to the Europa League.
The
like all
Burnley
that, yeah.
bingo, you got Burnley was a bit, you know.
Absolutely, but it was also now it's tiresome.
Yeah.
Does this mean we have to retire the "You've been Burnleyed"
Probably.
T-shirt, or should I
Well,
change it
maybe.
to "Burnley got Burnleyed"?
Well, we got to see how they do, what happens on their way back up. By the way, everybody, quick shout out. This is only for Everton club members that you can do this, but our boy Timmy has actually been nominated to be part of the fan crew that actually makes decisions with the board, like fan representatives, and Tim has been one of the nominees. So
Tim in Australia, Tim?
yeah,
That's
Timmy. Yeah, Timmy.
That's listening to his pre-work right now?
Yeah, right now.
So,
He's enjoying the live production.
but if
Probably has some shrimp on the barbie.
he's
I
American,
know he's an
stop doing
American,
that
for
shit.
fuck's sake. I'm joking.
killing me.
God damn it. I just wanted to say shrimp on the Barbie.
But for anybody that happens to be a member, such as myself, I have already voted for Tim. But if you're an official international member for Everton, make your voice heard. Timmy's one of our boys, man, and he has created a fan club base in the Pacific Northwest that he still runs today, while also helping create the fan base in Australia, particularly in Western Australia. He's done a great job. I see him setting up meetups and all that fun kind of stuff. And for me, if you're going to have someone that's a supporter that's on that kind of a committee, this is exactly the guy I fucking want.
Yeah, 100%.
Graham, Tim has a very important correction for you.
Okay.
Prawns. They eat prawns.
That's right. They do eat prawns. Head on shrimp. Head on.
And if you were in Scotland, it would be langoustines.
What was that, Scott? Did you have that woman repeat 15 times?
Lasheg.
Shag.
Lasheg. L-E-D-I-A-G. Lasheg.
You know what? I got into it with a store the other day about?
What's
the owner of a store. I asked him, something happened. I don't remember what happened, how we got on the topic, but I said there's always one person that a heterosexual person would go gay for.
Right.
Mine is Sean Connery.
There you go.
100%, end of story. And then he was like, no, there's no way. Not everybody does that. And I was like, hey, you, a female employee. I was like, who is it? And she was like, kind of like Lindsay Lohan, to be honest. And I was like, fucking told you.
Like, there's always one. Always
I
one.
could listen to Sean Connery talk well, not anymore, obviously. It's a RIP. But
It's a great jacket trip. Do they make them in men's sizes?
Yes.
I imagine him and Norm Macdonald are doing that back and forth.
Then the day is mine.
love it. Absolutely love it.
Below me.
I go for a prawn now. Actually. My little prawn standing at attention.
All right, that's going to wrap it up, boys and girls. Sammy, any parting words?
Yes, I do have parting words. And for these parting words, I'm going to need you to toast a country and an organization.
Yeah, not a very good week for France.
No.
Not a good week. Bad weekend. Really bad weekend.
Here's your
bad weekend.
final shot, my lord.
Why didn't they listen to our show? They would have listened to our Pitch Invasion show last week. They would have learned so much, and they would have known what to not do.
Yeah, so France, UEFA, and specifically also Saint-Étienne supporters. Saint-Étienne was relegated. Their supporters stormed the field. Usually, Pitch Invasion is reserved for celebrations. This one was an angry mob, literally, throwing flares down the tunnel, trying to attack their own players.
Shooting them down the tunnel. You could see them going.
It was horrible.
I mean, that's some pissed off fans.
Horrible.
That's terrible.
Absolutely deplorable scenes at Saint-Étienne, and that is absolutely fucking ridiculous. I cannot believe that happened. I've never seen anything like that happen. That is absurd. Attacking your own players because they got relegated. I get the passion, I get the disappointment, I get all that kind of stuff.
Good news, stewards in the video, stewards on the scene immediately surrounded the
tunnel
visiting
area,
team.
yeah.
The visiting team and got them the fuck off the pitch because they were all celebrating in the corner that they had just fucking won promotion.
You could see the Saint-Étienne players sprinting down the tunnel.
Oh, yeah. They saw the wave of people come on, and they ran right off the pitch.
Also is not safe.
Yeah.
They're wearing metal studs. They get into that concrete floor walking out. Bet you at least 4 players fell over.
Yeah.
As soon as they hit that walkway. It's absolutely absurd to attack your own players. And then for the French government, the French police who pepper sprayed children. Now, in the video I saw, 2 cops did come help the child.
Yes.
Quickly. Should have never fucking happened in the first place.
No, and that wasn't the first or only child.
No.
that
Before
pepper
you
sprayed.
get to that one, I just want to say with the Saint-Étienne, I did enjoy watching all of them come running very aggressively, shooting the flares and everything. And then those cops suddenly had pepper spray, and you saw the entire crowd going this way, and then just went, whoop, right? Almost
like a cartoon.
Like a whole line just turned and went the other way and just watched them run in the other direction.
It's like a cartoon. That's funny.
I was like, look at, you're being, somebody's called you out on your bullshit. That's how you're doing now.
And but you know what else? Actually, you know what's nice about the French using the pepper spray really quickly, jumping to that?
It goes with a really good crepe mousse.
No.
Wow.
Everyone says the French hate us, but they're trying to emulate us now, which is
clearly.
Imitation is the best form of flattery. Right?
Yeah.
Trying to find a silver lining.
No.
Okay?
Well, let's go ahead and talk about pepper spraying children.
Yeah. Anyway, besides that, the UEFA officials, the stadium officials at the Stade de France, apparently also Liverpool was not the only people jumping over fences.
No.
Apparently Madrid was as
yep.
well, which nobody reported until yesterday, which was ridiculous. But they have the ultimate get out of jail free card,
right.
and that's blame fans,
Right.
And card carrying, ticket carrying supporters were left waiting until halftime in some cases to get in. Some never actually even got in. How much money did these people spend to buy a ticket to this game? How much money did they spend to get to France, to put themselves up in a hotel, to eat food, to visit this city and tour this country? Some of them may have been the first time outside of Liverpool. Or outside of Madrid for that matter. And you bottleneck everyone. You make it an absolute fucking nightmare to get inside for what's supposed to be one of the happiest days of the year.
Right.
Something that you'll always remember.
Right.
And you get fucking pepper sprayed. Or even if you didn't, you're just standing outside with a perfectly legitimate ticket.
Trying to get
in, you can't.
Yeah.
I'd jump a fucking fence too.
Yeah.
I'd absolutely jump a fucking fence. I'd headbutt a police officer, and I don't condone that, but I would, and I'd fucking get in there.
it's
It's absolutely fucking absurd that this happens this way, and it's all to do with UEFA because they don't want to pay the money to hire proper people to secure the venue, to get checkpoints in place. You're supposed to 900 yards, I think I heard, is where your first check is supposed to be to avoid bottlenecks.
right. Right.
And we all saw it. There was 3 fucking turnstiles. We saw the helicopter footage.
Yep.
Right.
There was 3 turnstiles and 2,000 people waiting outside
And
of them.
I was there farming active Twitter feeds and sharing it in our closed group.
Yeah.
Like, here's what's going on.
Drunkards
Here's what
United
people
FC
are
on
seeing.
Facebook again.
Yeah.
It's fucking absurd.
Liverpool fans are the worst.
We'll say it's
Allow me to
so
say that.
easy to blame the Liverpool fans.
They're horrid. They are horrid.
Wow.
I know.
Doesn't take much, does it?
No. No.
Jesus
I
Christ.
know the reason when we won the league in 1986, the reason why we didn't get to go play in Europe in 1987 was because in 1986, Liverpool fans started a riot that had all of England banned from European play.
Nice.
This is who they are. They are embarrassed by they're ashamed of everything and embarrassed by nothing.
Well, you
It's who
can't-
they've
you can't-
always. They're the ones who leave fucking a wake of damage whenever they do anything, especially when they won the league in the city of Liverpool. All that being said, I looked at a video of a father and his child holding real tickets up, being pepper sprayed in the face. And I fucking hate Liverpool. And no one should be pepper sprayed in the face for holding up a ticket trying to get into a building that they've paid to get into.
Well,
It's
I told you
fucking
a
asinine.
story earlier. Andy Robertson gave one of his childhood friend a ticket.
Yeah.
Andy Robertson, the left back for Liverpool Football Club, gave a obviously very real ticket that he would conceivably have access to
Right.
to his friend to get into the game to see it, and he was turned away. That
having
mate
a,
of
quote,
his
fake ticket.
for having a quote fake ticket, and it's UEFA not wanting to pay the money for proper security for people that know what the fuck they're doing, proper stewards, and UEFA for allowing it to happen.
And then to lie.
Just in general, and then
To lie
to
in
have
the stadium.
there was no talk.
Today
there was
they
no
said
talk.
it was 30 to 40,000 fake tickets.
There was no talk of fan rioting. People were jumping fences. That's it.
Yeah. It's not a riot.
I get you have to control the crowd.
Hey.
But you
there
have to
were
pepper
fence
spray
jumpers
pepper spray
on
kids.
both sides. On both sides.
But you there were though. But you also don't have the pepper spray fucking kids.
No.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that. There's a difference there. I get you have to control the crowd, but you created the situation where the crowd was uncontrollable.
Now, there's
Right.
a
There
video.
was no rioting. There was no fighting. There was no reports of any of that shit. None of it.
There's a video of a dude, like a good 10 feet, not even at the gate, waving his ticket. And then you see the French police officer, and she just looks over at him and goes, shh, and sprays him in the face.
It's absurd. Hey, you know what? You know what makes me really sad about it? And we go on and on about it. We love this game, and we're going to come back and do it again next season. We're going to do this, that, the other. It's the beautiful game. It is the most simplistic, beautiful, gorgeous sport on the planet, in my opinion. But sometimes it ain't so pretty.
No.
And Saturday was supposed to be a celebration. It just made me sad.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just made me sad. It was, and I'm sitting in my house in Baltimore, on the couch with my oldest daughter, watching the game, just sitting there excited. It's on CBS. This is going to be great. And you know what the fucking spectacle was? This.
Yeah. It's on network TV. It's on
It got
network
pushed
TV.
for an hour.
It's got eyes because there's nothing else
There was
on.
nothing. They bumped the golf for it.
There's nothing else on. There's eyes on this game, and they fucked it off.
And it drives me absolutely fucking insane. And UEFA's completely to blame. The French government, the French police are completely to blame.
Yep.
And the people that run the Stade de France are completely to blame. And they're shifting it to the fans, and that's bullshit.
Yep.
For
So-
once, there was no riot. For all the shit that's happened with Liverpool Football Club, which you're right, they aren't the greatest supporters in the world
They're
sometimes.
fucking dicks.
Yeah, but I also don't think you can hold this group accountable for something that happened 40 years ago.
You
We'll say that
don't-
also.
You know what I'll hold against them? Trashing the
I
entire
know.
Liverpool square when they
They've
won
done
the,
a lot of
like,
They've done a lot of fucked up stuff. I'm not saying that.
winning the.
But you know
winning
what
the
didn't
title.
happen this time?
They didn't
fuck
riot.
up.
They didn't
No.
riot. They didn't make a
fuck up.
mistake.
There was no problem.
No.
There was no problem.
They were there in plenty of time.
Yep.
They were in good spirits.
People talking about waiting outside 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were they were happy to do it because they all thought they were getting into the game.
It's so fucking. It's more and more and more and more of the powers that be and the corporate bullshit taken away from the people that have been supporting clubs their entire fucking lives. And it sucks. And
so-
I fucking hate it.
So my shot is that, unfortunately, because it's a shitty ass shot and it's my fourth one, is towards just the overall impression of football here in the United States. Is that game, unfortunately, put us in a scenario in which we now find ourselves still be considering orange slices at halftime and fucking, you know, oh, they flop and they roll around on the ground. Oh, and by the way, their fans are uncontrollable and they fucking riot all the time. And doesn't deserve it.
It's not fair.
That should have been two of the best clubs in the world playing a game of football. You know?
Yep.
It should have been a celebration that I'm sorry, Sir Alex, that Carlo Ancelotti is the best fucking manager to ever fucking manage the game.
Well, tune into Injury Time to hear my thoughts on that.
I see you want a little taste of that bullshit too, because
I am going to have it because if we're going to toast the French government, might as well do it together.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, here's to UEFA. Here's to the French government.
Good job, France. Good weekend.
Rant over.
Ooh, that fourth one went down a little harder than the other
You
three.
know, my Villa Chicago club does
Yeah.
this in celebration.
As a victory shot, I know. Well,
Morons.
because they're from Chicago and they're a little bit wrong.
Yeah.
That's one thing that we've never done whenever we go to visit your uncle is go hang out in Chicago. And I would love it because I'd go hang out in Chicago and people are like, oh, let me buy you a shot. Be like, it's Malort? Yeah, I'll do it. Or just throw it back and be like, oh yeah, I've had Malort before.
Oh yeah,
by the way.
I could absolutely do it with a straight face and just stare at him and go, "What else you got?"
Be like, I just look at him and go be like, got an old style chaser?
Old style.
Got an old style chaser there, fucker? Let's do this
I'd
shit.
be like, where does Fiona live?
Yeah.
I could be Jimmy.
That is definitely a conversation for injury time.
Ooh, and how does one get to injury time,
Well,
Sammy?
Patreon.com/DUFootball show and sign up to that one huge, brilliant, beautiful $5 tier. It is fully policed. Stadium Authority is on it. All you have to do is pay your $5. You get right in. Not an
Excellent.
issue. You
It
get
really
right
is a lot of
fucking in.
fun.
And
We have a good time.
You're
for-
missing out on all the jokes. All the jokes.
for music lovers, I'm in the
Process.
middle of the process. Very good. Thank you for the
You're
word.
not quite in the middle yet.
Yeah, I'm
you
in
only
the
did
process.
17 of them, you
I
said.
did 12 of them.
even
I'm
worse.
actually doing
Even further from the middle.
My 100 favorite songs. I'm doing little 3 to 5 minute bits, and those are on Patreon as well. For
And
the
I
entire
can't
summer.
thank you enough for doing that because it gave me an extra 2 weeks off.
Yeah, you don't have to do a marathon show where you look at me and go, I have to go home. Fuck you.
My wife is going to divorce me.
Till July, everybody.
See ya.